Hello and welcome to the Fanime Podcast. I'm Evan.
I'm Marinia.
And I'm Tenchi Hanka.
Kiara is technically with us today. I think she fell asleep, so yeah, we're just gonna keep going. So, quite a few episodes for the last 2 weeks. I think I say that every time, but we had like 9 or 10 this time.
Seems like we always have quite a few episodes.
Yeah. Well, see, sometimes there aren't, though. Sometimes it goes for a few weeks and it'll just be like 2 or 3 things. But lately there have been a decent amount, even if a lot of them are parody. So, favorite episodes from the last 2 weeks?
Dimensions. Let us talk about Dimensions.
Say that.
It's so good.
Yeah, right, and Kiara is not going to say.
I like Dimensions too. Okay.
No, Kiara's Mickey Mouse.
Yes.
All right. Well, yeah, I guess I have to say Dimensions as well. Yeah. I guess I do. So, let's talk about Dimensions then. Episode 1, the long-awaited.
Yes, it was genuinely funny, which made me happy. Like, I don't know, it was a really good sense of humor, and it looked nice to me.
Oh man, I really like that one voice actor.
Oh, that narrator, he was so good. Oh my god.
I think Tenchi's talking about Skateboard Dude.
Skateboard, oh, yeah, him too.
Narrator might have been good, might not have. You can't really tell.
He was very quiet.
I give it 4 to 5
to
burritos.
I don't know how that happens. Like, how does that happen?
There's so many references in that too.
Oh, there were a lot of references.
They were so
Kless's grandmom.
Oh my god. When I first saw that, I was like, is that Kless's grandmother? I don't want to say that and then be wrong and then look really self-centered.
I actually don't know, but I noticed there was at least 2 Don't Take My Hat references, even though it's not out.
Yeah.
I had to like say my own reference, which just like, god damn it. It's bad enough there's a reference to my thing in there, but it was one of my lines.
I'm sorry, Evan.
That was a really hard line to say too, just because like the progression of the list in that particular voice, it was really hard to do. Which is why it sounds awkward if you can actually like listen closely and hear it.
I'll have to listen again after the podcast.
It's like my voice is just dying. Kawaii schoolgirl.
Oh man, it's almost like what was it? Unstrung Love all over again.
Yeah, Shayna being like, this online is so awkward. I didn't even notice until you pointed it out.
Yeah, so anyway, how about Super Awesome Draw Hard Crossover Episode 2, Part 1?
Even though I enjoyed it, I actually don't remember it as well as I thought I would.
Yeah, it's kind of the same way for me. Like, I watched it. I don't really remember everything that happened, just like a few select moments.
I guess because it wasn't very plot heavy. It was more kind of slice of life style.
It introduced a few more characters.
Yeah, the red antagonist.
Will probably be important later, I guess.
I think the red antagonist might have also been in the first episode, though.
Was he? I don't remember.
I think he just got stabbed then, too, but maybe I remember wrong.
Yeah, I think it was. He just, like, immediately got taken off screen and didn't really get to introduce him.
Oh, poor antagonist. I'm sorry. You're such an asshole. Your hair makes you look like a ghost. What?
But yeah, I definitely see it being one of those, like, kind of club shows where there isn't really a major plot. It's just kind of like they do a different thing every week, you know?
Yeah, I mean, unless they're building into a plot, but it does currently look like a lot of, like, fourth wall breaking and character interaction.
Yeah, it seems like what's most of the show is so far.
But I do appreciate the effort in the animation. That gets much appreciation from me.
Oh, yeah. I wonder how they can animate so fast.
Yeah, they do put a lot into the animation. Which definitely stands out. It's very rarely just like a 2-frame talking kind of thing.
Yeah, Like they do all of the subtle motions and the gesticulations.
They know the random gestures and stuff.
Sometimes the subtle motions aren't even subtle.
It's
just
so
like waving their arms around all over the place while they're talking. It almost looks odd, but that's what makes it so good.
So, Shattered Heaven Minisode 3.
Very dramatic.
Yes, very dramatic.
It's a completely different tone. Just
from
Draw Hard to Shattered Heaven.
We did take quite a jump, but there's no helping it. But yeah, that one seemed like it was
like
it was kind of like a prequel. It was a backstory thing. It took place before episode 1. And then the first part of it took place like several years before all the events of the series, but yeah, it's just like, I don't know, it seemed like it was meant to kind of introduce one of the characters more and just establish her personality, I guess. Which is interesting, but it does make me wonder why it would be in a mini-sode and not, like worked into the series.
Yeah, it seems a little bit much for a mini-sode, from what I remember.
I guess, like, if it deviates so much from the timeline that it would break the flow of the story. But I didn't see the mini-sode, so I'm not too sure, like, how essential it was for the character's development. But, I mean, maybe he just didn't want to, like, break the timeline of the events of the main series. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, that's reasonable. Probably not a lot to say about the 9 Lives of Chloe King. From what I understand, that was based off of a book and done as a school project. So
I didn't see that one. I'm sorry.
I like the fighting sequence. It reminded me of Batman and like the old style, like bam pow.
Bam pow, yeah.
Nut
just
shot.
Like gently rub knives across each other's faces.
What?
That's what it looked like. That's not what was going on.
Sensual knife rubbing.
No, it was like they had like their arms crossed and like each one of them had a knife on the other one's face, and it's like, you cut me, I'm gonna cut you. But it just like it looked like they're just like rubbing knives on each other's faces. It was great. Yeah, I didn't really understand it that well because I honestly didn't pay it full attention, which is obviously no fault to the creators, but yeah, it seemed pretty interesting nonetheless for a thing based off of a book for a school project. It's definitely unusual to see an entire episode made for that reason.
Yeah, isn't it like 10 minutes or something?
Yeah, it's 10 minutes long.
That's impressive.
Usually when people do school projects, it's like maybe a 30-second thing or like a 3-minute video about like some stupid science thing.
Yeah, well, I remember making an animation office for a school project before and worked pretty hard on that. So I don't know. Maybe school really gets people motivated to do their work because, you always got to do work for school.
Also, does anyone else find it a little bit weird when people like post their school projects on their channels?
Oh yeah, I made mine unlisted, so
like it depends on what it is, really, but sometimes it'll be like more of a report style thing where they just like talk about something. Like I remember Becca in particular had one that's just like, okay, interesting. It was like a 3-minute report about like benzoyl peroxide.
What? That's so weird.
Yeah. And I was just like, okay, that's an interesting thing to put on your animation channel. It's loosely animated, but whatever.
I've learned much about benzoyl peroxide.
There have been other things like that I've seen before. It's just like, yeah, I guess you could share that with people.
Yeah.
Okay, Pack is Back, episode 1.
Oh man, that's the best.
It really made me wonder if there's gonna be an episode 2.
Well, if Pack ever comes back.
Yeah, maybe that's what it means. Pack comes back from, spoiler alert, the grave. No, nothing. Okay.
Just kill grunts.
Me. Danger Level episode 2 part 1.
Let me lick your eye that just got poked out. That's all I remember is that there was a girl with glasses that cried all the time, and then she
Yeah.
got her eye turned into an X, and the other person wanted to lick her eye, and that's all I remember.
Although it does kind of make me wonder, like, what the deal is with the thing, because I know that the description of the story so far is that, yeah, there are a bunch of kids. They go to these three different schools that are all on the same campus. Well, technically two, because one's still in construction. But anyway, they go to these schools that are on the same campus, and class wars and blah blah blah. And then one day there's just a big earthquake, and everyone's trapped underground. So it kind of makes me wonder, like, where it's going. Even though it's not presented as the most serious story, I feel like there's a serious story in there somewhere.
Hopefully, like if something happens with like the underground thing, that would be nice to see because actually episode 1 I liked a lot better than episode 2
I
because
remember enjoying it more as well.
Yeah, it seems like
yeah,
they took episode one a little more seriously, and episode two was just kind of like, whatever, just make it, however, just get it done.
just put a commercial in it.
But yeah, I'm definitely curious to see where it will go because it seems like it's headed somewhere interesting, and I hope it pays off.
Yeah, hopefully episode 2 was just like, well, I want to get to the interesting shit, but I got to get through this shit first. And yeah.
Yeah, introducing all the characters and stuff.
Grueling.
So, Femicats.
Oh man, the bees. So many bees. Too many bees. I shipped them. That's all I remember. I shipped them and then a picture of like Mario in a bee suit and Luigi in a bee suit on top of each other.
What?
Yeah, the bee movie bee. Yeah.
It's like layered on top of each other, not doing it or anything. Maybe they're supposed to be. I don't know.
I don't remember much that happened. I just remember one of the little cat things is just like, screw this, I'm gonna go be an evil clan, and then
Oh yeah,
they
there's
go
also
and be an evil clan. But I
one
don't
character
really know.
like complaining about the main character being able to kill people and getting away with it or something. I don't know.
I don't even know.
That's a legitimate complaint.
Yeah, so for anyone who hasn't seen Femicats, it's basically your typical very loud and obnoxious parody type of thing, but it's set in a Warrior Cats universe. And go watch it. Or don't, and enjoy being able to hear for the rest of your life. Alright, that just leaves Mysteriously Different Part 1.
It was kind of mysterious and it was a little different. No, I'm just
God
kidding.
damn it, Tenchi. Tenchi! I don't remember anything about it. I did watch it, but
Voices were too quiet for me.
Yeah, I couldn't.
I know that she goes to school, and then she sees blood on a hand, and then she's like, whoa, there was blood on a hand. And then it's just like over.
Sounds like she's high.
Oh man, bad trip.
Yeah, so it's an interesting introduction to a series because it didn't really introduce a whole lot, but it's setting up something interesting, I suppose, because I don't really know what's going to happen next, but I kind of wonder about it a little bit.
It seemed kind of dramatic, like it was getting somewhere, but then it just stopped.
Yeah, so it's probably headed somewhere interesting and mysterious.
But talking about people getting high, Nyoto was interviewed by Sandor.
Oh, I didn't see it. No, I need to watch that.
Yeah, they both got high together, of course.
That's so great. Sandor's my favorite.
And
yeah,
also,
he also did Toya, so.
Oh, Toya's I saw. That was so good.
And now it's open for more interviews. I wonder who's going to be next.
Well, I could actually tell you because I know who signed up.
Do you know how many people have signed up?
It's there's 4 people that signed up as of when I saw it. There's others in progress, but the ones in progress are a lot less likely because most of them have
in progress.
I think there's maybe 4 in progress as well.
Wow.
But maybe only one of those in progress will actually make it because they're the only ones who made progress.
So are any of them like repeats of the same creators, or is it all different people?
There's actually no, wait. There might be 5 because there's a repeat. There might be a repeat. So yeah, of the same one of the same creators. So only one so far though. Most people are new, I guess. So yeah, that's something to look forward to, I guess.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I want to do Sandor, but I don't have any of my voice actors that would probably want to do that.
You have Soldier 1.
I do have Soldier 1. You're right. The most important character.
Yeah, literally the main character of Tierra Luchas.
Perfect. I think it's a good plan.
Alright, well, we've already discussed all the episodes for the last 2 weeks. Went by relatively quickly this time. Plenty of updates, though. So, what are you guys looking forward to the most right now?
There would be a lot to think through.
Yeah, there's a lot. Well, I know Dimensions Episode 2 is already in development, and apparently has been in development for quite a while now, since Episode 1.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely excited for that.
Yeah, same.
Just to go back to that subject, that is, that's gonna be a thing. Magical Girl School Episode 6.
Oh, yes, that looks good. It's Heroes episode.
Oh, yeah.
I believe Shribbit last said that she's about roughly 5 minutes into it, and I'm assuming it's going to be around about 10 minutes because it usually is. So it's probably about halfway finished at this point. Which is pretty cool.
I'm wondering where Demon Hunter is.
She did say she was going to bring that back.
Tenchi's favorite.
But there haven't been really any updates on it since then.
But, I'm actually excited for a Karaoke Star because I hear it's going to have an original soundtrack.
Well,
that'll be
you
cool.
do know it's going to be a comic now, right? It's not going to be animated.
Yeah, but the voices and the music are still going to be used somehow. I'm not sure, but I've heard that from the creator. I don't know how they're going to use it for manga format, but that's what they told me.
That's pretty cool though. Like, even if it's a comic, if it still has like a soundtrack or like an album or something, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. I love original soundtracks.
Something else I'm also somewhat looking forward to is I'm Not a Magical Girl.
Oh yeah, that's an interesting one.
Which one is that?
It's well, I don't really know much about it. It
isn't
just
a
looks
lot.
really chibi, and that's about all there is to it.
Yeah, they've only posted a small preview for an opening so far, so you really just see like the art style, but just the title.
The title, just the fact that they're not a magical girl interests me, and the title's just so similar to I'm a Magical Girl that it almost seems like the show might be addressing it in a way.
Oh yeah. Maybe. I have no idea.
So how do you guys feel about Heikatsu Kyokai coming back after all these years and making another series?
Panty, whatever.
Panties Warfront.
Panties Warfront. There we go.
It actually looks pretty good, though. I can't wait.
It looks better than Twinkle Girls. I will give them that.
Yeah, this will be the fifth series on that channel, but technically the 6th series by that creator. So if they make this, they'll be tying Len Rin-Twin for most series started.
Nice. Len, step up your game. More series.
Yeah, cancel Squall of Magma. You need to make something new.
Actually, did you see that he put up something like that'll be made in 2015?
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
It was something else. It was like a little, it was a boy and he was like a lamb or a sheep or something. And
There's already enough lambs in Fanime.
God damn it.
Unless you're that fucking lamb pankake guy.
And the Kuchi Tiberius doll.
Was it doll named Lamb?
Yeah.
Or was it Lamp? Was it Lamb or Lamp?
Lamp.
I think it's
I don't
Lamb.
It'd be pretty weird to have a doll named Lamp.
Well, the doll was pretty
But he's
weird.
also named Akuji Tavarius, so I guess it wouldn't be
Yeah.
that strange.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I don't really know. Oh yeah, but if Skull of Magmel gets canceled, I think Lenrin Twin would have the most canceled series.
I think
like
Lenrin Twin
Squall.
already has the most canceled series.
Oh no.
Because Len has the most started series, but everything except for Squall has been canceled.
Ah.
So that's 5 canceled series and 6 started series.
I like Squall of Magmel. Don't cancel it.
And very few people have even started like 5. Well, no, only 2 people have ever started 5 series at this point. So
I know who one of them is. Who's the other one?
one of them is, who's the other one?
Well, yeah, I know
It's
Haikatsu
just,
Kyokai.
it's only 2 people. It's Haikatsu
Oh,
Kyokai and Len.
You
as
said
far as I know.
3.
Did I say 3?
You did.
I'm pretty sure there are not 3. I think someone might have like 4. I know I have 3 series that I started.
You do.
Technically, I don't think I would really count them because they're just garbage. But,
Evan, they're great.
well, no, but it's easy to like start like a not serious series. I don't want to say parody, but I don't want to say like troll. I don't know what I would even consider the stuff that I make, but they're not serious. So it's like that's easy to make. It's not something that I put a lot of effort into.
Well, I'd still count them as series. Maybe mini
But I guess
series.
Heikatsu Kyokai kind of did the same thing, where it's a lot of like not so serious shows. Like
Yeah.
Twinkle Girls and Sakura Ai, Sakura Koi, and such things.
Well, I'm always looking forward to Odd 4.
Odd 4. Me too.
Yeah, I wonder how soon we'll see episode 5.
Well, she's in art school, so she is probably so busy up to her ears. I don't expect it to come out till like
Episode 4 took a really long time, so I don't
yeah.
really know. But at the same time, it seems like she's working on it a lot, so it could be sooner than episode 4 was.
Maybe.
I'm not sure, but it seems sooner than Kino and Boots, which just makes me feel sad.
Which is, yeah, on hiatus again. Which is a shame, but, you know, you do what you gotta do, you know. If you're not feeling it, don't worry about it. You just get back to it when you're ready to. It's fine.
Yeah, it's easier to work on something when you're feeling it than when you're not. And it just gets depressing.
But yeah, still can't wait to see it whenever it comes out. Definitely looking forward to it.
Yes. Me too.
Been watching it since day 1, yo. I remember the casting call going up.
Evan's a hipster.
I'm the hippest. I'm not as hip as I used to be, though.
That's true. The kids are surpassing you.
Well, no, it's not that. It's like Fanime Update kind of ruined me, because now I look for new updates every week where I used to check every day. So now I'm always a few days behind. I'm not as hip as I used to be.
A few days less hip.
Yeah.
Do you know what human profile is all about? I've been seeing things about it.
Oh, I feel like I read a post that described some of the concept behind it, but I don't really remember enough to explain it. If you go to the blog, though, there's a post in there somewhere that talks loosely about what it's going to be.
Yeah, because so far, what I've seen, I like the character designs. Art style is sort of somewhat appealing to me, but I don't know. I haven't really seen any story from it. Just character cards coming out.
Man, character cards. Character cards are a thing.
They are definitely a thing.
Oh, you guys weren't there when we had the conversation, but yeah, character. It's like that's the new thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's the
I've
new
actually
eye
even
catch.
done that myself.
Remember when everyone
Yeah.
used to just make eye catches before you made an opening, before you made an ending, or anything else? You would just make an eye catch.
Yeah.
I don't really see those anymore, though. No one really makes eye catches now.
Magical Girl School has an eye catch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like that used to be a thing, like just a thing.
The thing.
There are no eye catches anymore. Like, I haven't reported any on Fanime updates since like week 3 or something. I remember reporting at least 1 or 2, like, hey, blah blah blah, made an eye catch, but there haven't been any now. It just died out. No one's.
Yeah,
I guess
it's a-
because like they don't have like the commercial things anymore though, and like the eye catches would be in between the commercial breaks.
It is true.
So without commercial breaks, you don't got eye catches.
Sometimes though, even like in the case of Magical Girl School, like they don't even have commercials. They just put eye catches there for whatever novelty reason.
I don't know, maybe to give the watchers a break. Just like
Give
pause
the
at
watchers
the
a break in their 10-minute Fanime. This is an intermission.
I think all the character cards are just kind of like people really want to share their characters, like,
Yeah.
because they're happy with them. That's what I think it boils down to.
I mean, it makes sense. It's kind of like, you would draw the characters anyway before you start the series, and previously that would go in stuff like DeviantArt and all that, and you just have a gallery of all your characters, and people go like, oh, what's their story? What's their deal? Or even like memes and stuff. You would put all the characters in just like random little meme videos, and there goes my lamp. And
there goes
like
your
that.
lamp.
Your lamb.
Shut up. But now they're just like outright saying, okay, this is what the character is all about. Here's what you can expect from them. But in some ways, that's almost like a minor spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it would be more fun, from my perspective, to just like show the character but not really talk about what they do and stuff, so that way people can be surprised by some of it.
Yeah.
Although not totally necessary in some cases.
I've been super vague with some of my character things. Like, they do not even scratch the surface.
I left it there in case anybody would want to read it, but they probably won't anyways, so
Yeah.
I don't know. With the descriptions, I didn't bother to write essays for my characters.
I don't even remember what I wrote. It has been so long. I'm looking. Yeah, they look really vague. Well, other people go like really in depth about their characters, but I'm just like, yeah, basic, very basic personality stuff.
I guess in some ways it could be good though, because I know there are a lot of shows where the characters don't really get introduced properly, so there are things about the character that you might need to know, but you don't really find out through the show as
That's
soon as
true.
you should.
Yeah,
I
that's
suffer
true.
from that a lot. Like, that's one of my banes. I just don't write about the characters, just introduce them, and you don't know anything about them.
I have like some characters that I've been drawing a lot that don't get introduced like at all. Like they don't show up until like halfway through the first season. Like I should not have even introduced Natu. He should not even be someone that people know who he is. And that's all I've been drawing because he doesn't show up until like the end of arc, like in person until the end of arc 1.
Ah, jeez, it's not even gonna show up.
I know. I'll be like 70 years old by the time I get to him.
Yeah, about character profiles, there's actually becoming character profiles for the tournament thing. That's still a thing. They had an update recently of their forum that they created for the tournament fight to the death thing.
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah. There was after what was it? Wild Charge Animation split up. The guy, he got a new YouTube channel, and he posts up an update on that channel. He's now angelic, something. Hold on, I have to look it up.
We remember things.
I'm not very
Should've taken
very
notes.
Yeah.
good. Angelic animations
Sure, but
now.
would've taken notes.
Yeah.
Gosh dang it. But yeah, update stuff. They have their ladder tournament layout now, and they have a forum.
Does it say how many characters were submitted into the tournament?
Well, I looked at the ladder like kind of image, and from my guess there are 5 because they're being pinned up against other characters created by bots, which I assume are the creators of this, except for one of them named Adi. I'm not really sure about Adi. Seems kind of odd. But yeah, the rest of them. Okay, no, Adi was created by someone. But yeah, they're getting profiles on that forum, so I guess that's something to look forward to.
Yes.
Here we go. Here's a video. Is that I think Pivot Splitters is working in that too? Because I got a message from him.
Don't think so.
Is it something separate? I'm not sure.
As far as I know, Pivot Splitters is not in any way related to. Pivot Splitters is working on Flash Omega.
Yeah, but he's also doing like a fighting like tournament thing with characters too.
Well, I think they have like a group of people because Psycho Serpent is also in this group. And then maybe. It seems even Mr. Evil Cookies might be a little bit involved, but I'm not sure about that.
Oh, yeah. I think she was friends with Wild Charge. So
yeah, they go way back. No, not really, but they're like some kind of friends. Mm-hmm. If you were in the Cotton Candy Club, you would know all about it. I'm in the Cotton Candy Club.
Yeah, Cotton Candy Club, high five.
You guys are so exclusive. Get out of here.
Kiara's also in the Cotton Candy Club.
I'm not in the club. I'm so sorry.
You're not in the Cotton Candy Club.
Y'all are so exclusive.
You should have auditioned for Cotton Candy. There's so many roles.
I don't want to hear my voice in more Fanime. I get enough of it.
You can have high-pitched Serenia and low-pitched Serenia.
And they'll be talking to each other and be very noticeable, and I'll be sad.
Hi, Arena. How are you doing? Arena, I'm doing fine.
This sounds just like me. How'd you do that?
I've been practicing. So, kind of found it surprising, but Project Unknown is going on a short break for like a month or something, which isn't actually that long. It's not even a big deal, but just, yeah, after how active it was during the summer, just to see it suddenly on a pause, it's crazy.
School.
Well, yeah, school. I'm surprised so many episodes can come out when school exists. Like, people don't even need to be in the school, it just has to exist.
Exactly, just school. The entity that is school.
But just stops Fanime.
So true.
Well, I know Adam Tilford and the Draw Hard team are probably out of school by now.
Adam Tilford's definitely out of school.
Yeah, he's like 20-something.
I think he's 29.
Ooh.
And then, which I don't know the Draw Hard team, but
I'm pretty sure they're adults, but I could be mistaken. And obviously Chloe King was a school project, so in some ways school helps Fanime. That's a lie, it really doesn't.
If only.
Yeah, if only there was a school for Fanime.
But for the most part, like, the people in school just, like, they've been making all these parodies.
It's so true.
Oh yeah, actually Sandor was technically scripted in school.
Was it?
Like, it was just little comics Funny Bunny J drew in class.
It's so great.
I used to make a lot of things in school, too.
Me too.
See, school was really boring for me because I went to a school that wasn't that great. So I would just, like, finish all the schoolwork in a few minutes and then just have the rest of class just sit there and draw.
Me too.
So I would just, like, create stories.
I actually finished comics back in school because that's where I would do them in school. Now I just have work.
Yeah, can't make comics at work, sadly.
No. If I learn how to draw with my left hand at the same time, then I can draw 2 different things with 2 different hands.
But if you guys get commissioned to draw a comic, then, well, you're an animation studio, but whatever. Whatever.
Yeah, totally.
I don't think I could, like, draw comics while cutting boxes apart, though. That would be pretty rough.
That would be pretty tough. You'll cut your face.
That would be impressive.
With your hand.
Pretty rough and
I'll
tough.
just, like, cut comic pages into the sides of boxes.
That would be so cool.
That'd be pretty stupid.
No. You could sell it as fine art.
Fine art, yeah.
The true plight of the working artist. I want to make comics, but all I do is cut boxes all day.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Make a comic about cutting boxes.
On the side of a box. Yep. Fine art at its finest.
I agree.
Yeah, apparently Silk After Gallantry is coming back. But it's not being continued, it's being remade.
I saw that, and is that Miss Alphabet Soup? Because
I don't know.
I don't think it is.
It would be kind of weird for someone else to just pick up and say, I'm going to remake Silk After Gallantry. So
Well,
I assume it's her?
Like, because on their profile, the age doesn't match up to how old I know Miss Alphabet Soup is.
Huh.
So I was... Maybe they're
said
like...
they were going to like find new voice actors too, though. So...
Yeah, they say, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna remake Silk After Gallantry. I need voice actors. That's all.
I don't know. We'll see.
Assuming it's not, though, I wonder what Miss Alphabet Soup is doing these days.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
So obviously Alphabet is not really happening, and Silk After Gallantry just kind of grinded to a halt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not really...
I hope she hasn't given up.
Yeah, I know. I think she was doing other art stuff last I saw. Like, she wanted to do, like, RPG Maker type stuff.
Yeah, that
that
seems
was,
to
like...
be the classic tale, though. Fanime, okay, I'm moving on, other art.
Yeah, pretty much. Goodbye, Fanime.
Ellie made a character design tutorial.
Yes, I saw. Her voice is so soothing, I just have to say that, like... I need to listen to that when I'm stressing out about things.
See, for me, I don't know if soothing is the word I would use. Maybe the voice in general, but it sounded like a kindergarten class to me. And I was just like, oh. Like, take the yellow crayon and then design your character.
Yeah, what I found funny is that back when I was making my characters, I basically didn't follow any of these steps at all. I realized.
Holy shit, I don't remember what I went through to make them.
I don't know.
You
They just
make.
appear. They just appear.
Pretty much.
It's not really a process.
I know she mentioned, she was talking about making a video about, like, writing characters, and I mentioned antagonists because I feel like those are the hardest for people to write.
I'm evil. Why? Because
Why
I'm
are
evil.
you evil? Because I want to kill all of the protagonists.
And my parents were very mean to me.
Yeah, yes, I had a very sad past somehow.
Everyone I loved is dead. Now
My
I'm
dad
evil.
took my
Everyone.
Xbox.
My dad took my... Someone please make a villain that became evil.
I hate the world because the world is terrible because I'm evil.
It's funny, I saw this, like, it was a post on Tumblr, and it was an infographic done by a professional scriptwriter that works with, like, big movie studios to edit their scripts, and they put together this infographic of the biggest problems in scripts, and they went through 300 of them from different studios and clocked in like the results. And number, I think, 5 or 4 on that list was how bad the villains were. It was like, villains are too cartoonish. Like, so it's a common writing problem. So I like it. I like writing antagonists. I think they're fun.
Because a lot of time they need a villain for the sake of having a villain, but they don't necessarily they don't really give the villain a proper place in the story.
Or they don't even put a villain in. I see that a lot in Fanime. Just
I'm talking about in general, but yeah, in Fanime.
Conflict. I guess, it could be in stories in general as well. Just no antagonist at all.
I guess if there's like some kind of opposing, like, because maybe there doesn't necessarily need to be a person that is an antagonist, but maybe like a concept or a driving force.
At least a conflict, maybe.
Oh yeah, conflict definitely. That's
Conflict
important.
Is a good thing, yes.
Conflict is a good thing. I'm trying to find that infographic. I'm so curious because it just everything. I feel like it would be so. Okay, I found it. Here we go. The villains are cartoonish, evil for the sake of evil. 51 out of 300 scripts had this problem. Hitmen, serial killers, and gangsters, smarmy, smirking villains with sinister, affected dialogue and pretentious monologues. The best villains are those who think they're the hero of their own story, but too often these villains are clearly trying to be the villain.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Like, I always try to go for like a gray area where the villain, like, they think that they're the hero.
Mm-hmm.
They're not the hero is the villain from their perspective and just crap like that. But
yeah, exactly. No, I like doing that too.
But sometimes they're just the villain, you know. Sometimes it's like, okay, I'm an evil crime lord or some crap like that. That was the most generic example I could possibly come up with. But
evil crime lord.
Sometimes they know they're evil. They just don't care.
Shitty human being.
Well, as Fanime goes, not many villains even are out there. But I'm wondering who the antagonist is in the antagonist.
I know. I'm so curious. Who is it? Or are they the antagonist?
The antagonist.
Is Justine the antagonist to some other people? Is the Order the antagonist to other people?
It's also fun, though, when you have a character that knows what they're doing is wrong, but they're doing it for what they think is a good reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's like that moral gray area.
Yeah.
This is just reminding me of Death Note. I am justice. I am justice.
And that just reminded me of my Jungle Book year here.
Oh yeah, I guess that's sort of a gray area in itself, though, with the president thing.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to get rid of the ice cream machines because I bump into them. And it's also a bomb.
He's way too loud, though. Oh man, I'm interested in seeing where Rabbit Tear is going.
Me too.
Really, has there been any info on what it's about at all?
A little bit.
I'm not sure.
Oh, I think it's like there's tears. It's magical girl, and like tears fall to Earth from, I guess, the moon or something, but they like transform into things that she needs to fight. It's something like that. I can't. She posted a lot of info about it, but I don't remember. It was a while ago.
I'll watch it as long as Cookie and Milk the video game is in it. Can someone make Cookie and Milk the video game? I want to play Cookie and Milk the video game.
I might be able to make something like that, but I don't know what that is.
Cookie and Milk the video game.
What is it?
It's from Lemon Star Signs. Like episode 3, like half the episode is just like them playing Cookie and Milk the video game, and it's like you could choose milk, or you could choose chocolate milk, or you could choose cookie, or you could choose chocolate chip cookie, and it's like they have different skills and different cuteness levels, and
oh yeah,
and then they play the game.
I think I remember something like that with them hitting arrows or something.
And Cookie wins because Milk needs to step their game up. great.
Yeah,
So-
I think I remember that now, actually.
Is that Melty's old fan?
Yeah.
I have not seen.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No, I haven't.
It's so great.
I'll have to watch it.
It's like Destiny Protectors in the sense that every single voice is done by Melty, and there's no effort to make it a different voice. It's just one voice. It's fantastic.
It sounds amazing.
And Cookie and Milk, the video game.
Yeah, that's got to be made someday. Looks into the distance.
You killed my girlfriend.
But on another subject, I'm kind of interested in the style of Gon Maho.
Gon Maho. I don't really recall the style off the top of my head, to be honest.
Me neither. Link, please.
I vaguely remember it.
Thank you. Okay, let's
But
see.
yeah, it looks pretty interesting from what I've seen. Just a little bit of a trailer.
Oh,
Internet.
yes, okay.
Hold on, my internet is poo. I'm waiting. I'm still waiting.
It definitely seems to have that mixed style where it's like, it's not all anime, but it's not all cartoon. It's a mix.
Oh, yeah, I did see this one. Yeah, the style's interesting, but yeah, it's that mixed style that has been growing
Increasingly popular on the
onto Tums.
Tumby.
Tumbly.
So, random fact, because we're supposed to talk about Tokyo Crystal Mew every week, even though we already mentioned Sandra interview. Tokyo Crystal Mew, as of last week, the 14th of November, is now 8 years old.
Do we
Oh
really
my-
have to mention it every time?
Yes.
Okay.
But it is 8 years old, and that was the very first Fanime to ever post an episode. So you could, in a sense, say that Fanime as a thing is now 8 years old.
That's crazy. It's so old.
Well, that's when the first episode was out. It was probably older before episodes were out. But
Was there a community back in 2006 though? I know one started in like 2007.
There were like scattered animations. I don't know that the people really communicated that much. I know that some of them did. So it was like the beginnings of a community. But I wasn't there. I don't really know the full details. But a lot of people knew each other. I know that much. Like Diamant 88 and, such peeps.
Melody
And
fan.
Melody Fan 12, yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, that just means we're one step closer to the time when there are Fanimators that are younger than Fanime itself.
Oh my god.
I can't wait. Like,
Oh my god.
it's gonna be crazy. Like, there are gonna be people, when Fanime is like 13, there are gonna be people making Fanime who weren't even born, when Fanime started. Like,
I mean, honestly, there's probably people like now that are making Fanime that are
people
like
who are
10, 7, 9. There has to be someone.
They'd have to be like 7 to 8. They couldn't be any older.
Oh my god, though. Like, I'm sure there's some people in the community that are younger than Tara Luchis. Fuck my life.
Yeah, Tara Luchis is like
10 years old.
2004? Yeah, so
2004.
Jeez Louise.
It's nothing like it was back then, but it's still. I can't say it's not Tara Luchis.
by the way, you should give 2004 Tara Luchis to Maxine.
No. No, when episode 1 gets released, I will show 2004 Tara Luchis on a stream. And now it's on recording. And I said that.
We have
I
voice
regret saying
evidence.
that.
Fuck.
She's gone.
She's gone.
Extend arm.
Kill me. No.
Treatment.
It's so good. Once Upon a December.
That song's ruined for me forever.
There were like 20 people in that stream. I wonder how many of them remember 2004 Terra Luchas.
Missy remembers.
I know Missy does, but like I haven't talked to anyone else in Fanime that remembers it.
I don't know how many people were actually like Fanimators in that stream because that was before the
Yeah, that was
community
during
was
the
actually.
dead zone.
Yeah, like when everyone was kind of scattered and quiet. But I guess that's for the best.
I don't know how I ended up in that stream.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I just saw the video on YouTube, but it's pretty coincidental that I happened to find it because I miss a lot of streams that way.
Yeah.
I wasn't even on Tumblr at all yet, so.
Well, me neither. I didn't start Tumblr till like a year ago, I think.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't know it existed.
Wasn't that the stream where we played that weird game with the little mice? Or gerbils or whatever.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Jump around and climb on stuff.
There were a ton of people in that stream. We need to do that sometime. Like everyone just plays a game together on a stream. It's fun.
That'd be fun.
One day.
Just gotta find a decent free game. That's a problem.
It's true, yeah. It's difficult to find. Firefox crashed! No!
No.
No! Couldn't handle the Fanime tabs.
Oh yeah, I didn't actually put this in Fanime Update, but Doggy Hot has casted a bunch of characters. They're almost done casting. So,
They got auditions?
yeah, your favorite hot dog show is, one step closer to becoming your favorite hot dog show.
I don't think there are many other hot dog shows out there.
Exactly.
I don't think there are even hot dogs. Well, no, there were hot dogs in Nonsense World.
Oh.
I don't know why I remember that random fact. That might be the only one that has hot dogs in it. Because that's when the little ball thing, he's like, I'm a dog. I was just like, what? Someone took this before me?
They stole it. They went back in time.
Like, this line existed before I made it.
No.
So I made a mashup video of it, where it's just, I'm a kawaii schoolgirl. I'm a dog.
Doggy.
Nonsense World is such a weird show.
I'm not a fan of Nonsense World. Anise Vega, though, the main character, her voice actress is Kless's grandmother. I just needed to point that out.
Oh, the age difference.
I know, right? She went from being a loli to being an old lady. She's such a good actress. I love her.
No wonder you could remember that character's name.
That's pretty much the only reason I'm like, oh, Eileen played Anise Vega, so I remember.
Who would you consider, like, prominent voice actors at this point in Fanime? Because I know there were definitely a few, like, back in the day that everyone recognized when there were only, like, 3 guys.
You and Tenchi.
No,
You.
I only really do minor roles, though.
And Tenchi. I'm trying to think of who's in a lot of. Well, what's his face? Anthony, who's in Jungle
Cookie
Book,
Dude?
and who Cookie Dude, and
He's really only in 2 things right now, though.
I know, but they're 2 big things.
Yeah.
911 Ape.
He's not really active as much anymore, though.
Yeah.
You don't see him in
that
Fanime
guy.
nearly as much as you used to.
He does a lot of like cat and animal shows.
Maybe he's gonna end up doing Femicats.
No, God.
Man, once you get typecast into like cat and wolves, they will not leave you alone. Like, I remember when I did Cow of the Wild, I had so many wolves and cats just PMing me like, "Hey, will you voice in my series?" It's like, yeah, I'll try. But a lot of them never got made.
It's just like Fanime.
But that's how I ended up in that one thing. What has happened to my warriors? Like,
That's my favorite thing.
my warriors. I had so many wolves PMing me after that.
That's my favorite thing. It's
I wonder
because
when
you
the
have
next episode of that's coming out.
You need to just be in all the wolf things.
I guess I do kind of have like a wolfish voice though, because like they never have that many males, and they don't really have that many like deep voice males, but they always script them for like the alphas or like the evil wolves or something. Like they always have to have that, stereotypical deep voice.
Yeah, that's true. You're in high demand. You'll never be without a job, Evan.
Yeah, as long as I have my wolves. They haven't talked to me lately, but I'm sure once like the next episode comes out, I'll get PMs again.
You have your Fanimus too. There's not a ton of deep voiced males in Fanime.
Yeah, there really aren't. If any at all. Like specifically in Fanime.
Yeah, I can't like, because Tenshi's like a medium voiced male unless you kill his girlfriend. And everyone else is usually like medium to high pitched male.
Baritone to tenor.
I can attempt range.
I'm here in the bass corner, all by my lonesome.
Oh, so lonely.
I think probably Cassie though. She does a lot of voice roles.
In a lot of stuff.
She's in just like everything. Oftentimes as the mom, as the joke goes. I think Len auditions for a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and Dimensions even.
Yeah. And Len also, like, I was planning to have him be a character in episode 2, but first episode 1 needs to be made.
Episode 2, in 10 years.
Cut my life into pieces.
Man, though, I really would like to see what Fanime looks like in 10 years, even though I think we talked about this in like the first podcast, but Fanime in 10 years, just imagine where it'll be.
People, like, the standard's getting so much higher.
Fanime update week 500.
Jesus.
Oh, man. Hoping my series will be over by then.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
I'm hoping I'll have multiple series that are over by then.
I'm hoping I'll have
at least 5 years.
How many Fanimes do you think there will be in 10 years? Right now there are about 250. It's been 8 years. To release episodes, that is.
Maybe like 500.
I'm saying 600.
You think we'll only double the number in 10 more years?
Yes.
Actually, now that you mention it, maybe it'll go up to even 700 or 800.
I'm gonna be optimistic and say at least 1,000.
That is pretty optimistic.
At least, yeah.
But like 30% of them will just be parodies.
Oh no.
And the other 60% will be like canceled. There will be like 10% that are still ongoing or finished.
Oh.
Gonna hope that the parodies are good.
You think anyone will be making money off anime in 10 years?
I'd love to be making money off anime in 10 years.
I could see that happening.
But then there's the question of, is it still Fanime?
Probably not. Like, what happens if something starts making money? Like, does it not be Fanime anymore? Like,
I don't know. I guess it depends on what you do with it. Because if it's still one person or just a few people making it, I would still call it Fanime. But if you, like, hire a fucking studio or something, I think that goes beyond the realms.
Yeah. Because I would not be doing this by myself in 10 years. Absolutely not. No more.
Yeah, if you got a studio, Terra Lucis would be an anime.
Or a web series or whatever.
But
Indie
then you
animation.
can still say it started as Jisaku anime.
Jisaku anime.
Indie animation.
Indie animation.
I wonder who it was that made that post, because I've laughed at it a lot.
Me too.
I hope I'm not like destroying their dreams of one day being a great Jisaku animator.
No, never give up. It'll be okay.
You can have your Jisaku anime if you want, but you might be the only one in that community in America.
Yeah,
Or other non-Japanese places.
Yeah.
Man, there's a thing called Doki La Demon that's also casting, so it's gonna be like, there's Doki La Demon, there's Doki Doki Demon, even though that's dead now, sadly, rest in peace. And there's gonna be like Desu Demon Honkers. There are a lot of like Doki Desu Demon shows. What's the deal
And then
with that?
Demon School. I don't
Demon
know.
School, Demon Seed Plus, Demon Hunter.
Demons are popular. They're in demand.
Doki Doki Kokoro, whatever.
What? What's Doki Doki Kokoro?
Oh, something like that.
I know Doki Kokoro-chan is a thing in Maho Shoujo-chan. Doki Kokoro-chan is one of my favorite names.
Doki Cockroach.
It's just fun to say. Doki Kokoro.
Oh, Hell's Demon Kokoro.
Oh, Hell's Demon Kokoro Doki Doki Law.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's...
I can't remember that name.
It didn't come to me. There are a lot of Demon Doki Kokoro Desu shows.
I wonder why. What is it with demons? There's not a lot of angel shows. Like, there's no.
Yeah,
there is
Angel.
Neko Tenshi now, which
there was a show
kinda
that was
makes
just
me
called
bark
Tenchi,
inside.
but it ended after like episode 1, part 1. It never got continued. It was Tenchi, like it was German, so it was like Engel in Ausbildung or something, which I believe probably means like something.
I'm regretting the username Tenchi Hanka.
All these Fanime are about.
What is Hanka?
Hanka is like a mistranslation, I'm pretty sure, so I'd just say it's a name.
What is it,
it
though?
supposed to mean?
I was supposed to make it be shoes, but I kind of
Angel shoe?
Angel shoes.
Because Tails Runner and the logo
Oh.
looks like angel shoes, so I was like, oh, that'll be my username.
Oh my gosh.
That's where it comes from.
Angel shoes.
Angel shoes. I'm
Trademark
on.
2015.
I went on gshow.org and Hanka at like when used as an adjective is like half price.
Yeah,
Half price angel.
Yeah, that's what it actually means.
Half angel. No, don't sell yourself short.
I'm going to trademark both of those. Half price angel and angel shoes coming 2015.
I'm already going to make Tokyo Magic Mew.
Tokyo Magic Mew.
Tokyo Magic.
Doki Doki Tokyo Magic Mew.
Oh god, it's just getting longer. Help.
What was that thing you were going to make, Karina, for the 24-hour challenge when we were going to do that?
Oh, I actually recorded audio for it and everything. I might eventually make it, but I don't know. It was going to be like just really small episodes, like 5 of them, and they'd be like a minute and a half long. But they were going to like slowly kind of like break down the psyche of this guy that thinks he's a protagonist in his own story, but he's not.
Oh.
Like, it was just gonna be like this short little, like, it might have been like 6 minutes total of the 5 episodes.
See, I wonder about that because it always makes me wonder, like, what would you make that wasn't Terra Lucis? Because everything you've made has always been Terra Lucis.
Because everything else isn't really, like, I mean, there are things that are developed, just Terra Lucis is immensely more developed.
Right.
But yeah, no. I have a few other ideas, and I actually had one for another Fanime that I really just need to put out of my mind until I get episode 1 out. But no, I have a few other stories that I just haven't really talked about.
I guess it's kind of like how Kaz went from Diamond Mew Mew to Insanity, and it's just like, where did that come from? Because she was known for Diamond Mew Mew and then just Insanity.
I know, it's like, I thought you could only do Diamond Mew Mew.
Yeah. And suddenly we have like 10-year-old girl just cutting people up and breaking walls and shit.
Yeah. Mine's definitely not that big of a jump, but more fantasy crap.
Are there soldiers?
No, there's no soldiers.
Oh, am I gonna voice then?
I know. You'll voice someone else.
Is there just like guy 1 and guy 2?
Okay, I'll make a guy 1 and guy 2. Just for you.
Okay.
Evan, guy 1 in my new Fanime coming out in 2030.
So wait, what were you planning to make for the 24-hour challenge?
I thought I was just gonna do like a bunch of World in Peril episodes. That's all I had talked about. Otherwise, I don't know what I would have done. Probably something new entirely that you guys would not expect.
Whoa.
Just stuff that you would expect it from me, but you didn't know that I was gonna make that. Probably it would be
like Power Heart.
Please, you need to make that. You don't understand how much I need it.
It's so great. I still like did I ever find someone to voice the alien, or was I gonna do it myself?
I don't. The girl.
Even know.
Yeah.
I don't remember. You wanted a girl, but I don't know. You need to just make it. Just. Make
I would probably end up just voicing it myself because I just do like a mellow voice or something for it. There's so much screaming. It's crazy.
Before I die, please.
Someday. I need to finish episode 11 first.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
It's
Actually,
almost
forget
done.
it.
It's like
Finish episode 11. So excited for that.
Go a little bit backward here, but we always talk about the future all the time. Not really that often, actually. But when we talk about the future, the one variable that we don't really consider is like technology.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where's technology even going to be in 10 years, and how will that affect Fanime? That's an interesting thing.
Well, the more, I guess, high-tech technology will be easier to obtain, so I imagine the Cintiq would become, like, the new tablet. So, like, everybody would have, like, Cintiqs and stuff.
Yeah, like, everyone's going to have nicer equipment than they have now.
It's true.
Probably like more free software that's better, or just better software in general, even if it's not free. And it just, I don't know, it's kind of interesting to think about from that angle.
A lot more programs are coming out for regular, like iPad tablets that are for drawing. So maybe eventually one will come out that is good for animation. And then that's basically, it's not quite as good as a Cintiq because the pressure isn't nearly as good. But I mean, it's still better than a regular tablet to be looking at.
Yeah, I know Wacom or Wacom or however you want to pronounce it. They sell those pens now for iPads and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've tried a couple of them because my professors had those, but they were okay. But it's still amazing to like, well, now everyone will have a Cintiq basically because almost everyone has a tablet now. At least from what I've. Oh
Yeah,
my God,
like-
Cintiq.
Maybe even, maybe in 10 years, like, computers would be replaced. Like tablets or such.
Into something portable.
I think there will always be like desktop unit computers. They'll just be ridiculously powerful at that point.
Yeah, there'll always be a need for.
Because there's always going to be that one guy that's like, oh, well, my gaming PC can do what your tablet can't. And
Yeah.
It's so true.
But see, we're talking in terms that are relevant today, though. Like, there could be something new entirely that we have no idea what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Like, it could
That's
just be a
true.
pair of glasses or something.
They have Google
Oh,
Glass.
yeah.
Step.
Or like brainwave controlled computing or some crap like that.
Just like a piece of glass, and then it works.
It just
That's like
projects
a
something in
computer.
front of your eye, and you just like don't even have to wear anything. Like, it could be anything.
That would be
Yeah.
weird though. We'd all
I
be
actually
turning.
did hear something about Amazon, like Amazon Air, where there'll be like helicopters delivering things.
No,
or something.
drones. They're gonna use
Drones.
drones to
I
deliver
thought that was a
packages.
myth. I thought that was a
No,
myth.
that's real.
Are you sure about that? Because I'm pretty sure that's not real.
Like, they're actually working on that.
Drones.
It's totally legit. Like, Amazon wants to use drones to deliver packages short range in cities.
Let's see. Amazon. Okay, here's.
It's like you could pay for immediate delivery, basically.
But like, Amazon doesn't get all of their stock from one place anyway.
Well, yeah, it would have to be like Amazon specific products, I think, or something. I don't know the specifics of it. I just know that it's a thing that they apparently wanted to do, and it's real.
That's weird. Oh, well, I see something on CNN about it. I'll assume it's real then. I'll assume. That's still like creepy though. I don't know. I find that kind of stuff creepy.
Just drones delivering packages.
Well, like, but the drones could record where they're going. Like, I don't know.
So Amazon has your address.
Amazon has your address.
They can't really do anything with that. They already have it.
They kind
the
of
drones
already
will
have
come and
their
attack
address.
your house.
Yeah, they just like bump you in the face. They just like keep ramming into you. Like that's all a drone can do is just ram you. They just have this big 3-foot drone just following you around, knocking you on the back of the head all day. You're like, go away, leave me alone. I paid shipping.
Oh no, drone bully.
When do you think the first drone Fanime is gonna come out?
Oh my god.
No, I'll probably make something like with robots.
You know how everyone like uses, well, not everyone, but some people, they'll just use Google Earth to do like those overhead shots in Fanime. Sometimes I know Lenren Twin's done it, and a few other people that I don't remember the names of. It's always Lenren Twin. Why is it always Lenren Twin? I'm so sorry, Lenren Twin.
Very memorable, Len.
That's just the one I always remember. It's like right in the front of my mind, Lenren Twin. No, but other people have done it too, where it's just like, I think Selena did Google Earth shots.
Yes, it did. I remember that.
Like, what is
it's like the opening.
I think there was a sequence where they were flying around the world, taking her to the zoo or whatever.
Oh yeah, that.
But what if instead of that they just use a drone and just fly it around?
Oh my god, that would be
Someone
so
just has
cool.
drone footage in their Fanime. It would still be jarring because it's like to switch from 2D to 3D, but
Yeah.
it'd be better than Google Earth.
You could trace the 3D, like
No one's
rotoscope
gonna
it.
do that.
I do that.
Who's gonna trace 100 buildings?
Me.
Oh no, no. Just like copy and paste like a square block
That's
in
what I would do.
Blender. Or Google SketchUp's probably even easier.
That's wonderful. I need to
You
make-
guys know those 3D scanners?
Yes.
Like where you
Oh,
just scan
3D.
something in and it creates a model for it?
Yeah.
3D printers?
No,
No, scanner.
like a scan, like you scan an object all around it, and it creates a model for it in 3D. But it's usually like a really high polygon model,
Yeah.
and you have to down lower the quality or something because
Yeah.
stuff.
Those are cool.
It's pretty
Huh.
cool.
At
Just a
Comic.
random-
Yeah. They had
So like you scan it into like 3D object in your computer or something, or what?
Yeah. It
Hmm.
like it creates like a .obj or something file, like, and it's
object
just
file, yeah.
yeah, and it creates that out of your
Oh,
measurements.
that's really cool.
It's really cool. Comic-Con, they were selling like you could be scanned and then they'd 3D print it and have someone paint it. I mean, it was expensive, but you could still get like a figurine of yourself, which is ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
That would be a huge deal for like 3D Fanimes, though. I bet there are gonna be a lot more 3D Fanimes in 10
Oh
years.
yeah.
Definitely. They're faster too. It'll be a lot
much
easier.
faster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I was considering helping on the 3D Fanime at one point, but it takes a while to get like the models.
Yeah.
Once you have the models, sure, that could be easy. But getting the models and getting Blender to work is such a pain.
Tenchi, can you do 3D stuff?
A little bit. It takes a while to get models, but yeah, like with MMD and and Blender, just put them together.
Cool. I suck at that. I'm so jealous.
I don't know. Maybe Casserole can do that more.
Yeah, that's true. She's going to school for
And
that.
Pilot Obvious and Eternal Ashley.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I saw something on Odd4 about some 3D.
Yeah, but anyway, we are actually like over an hour, probably way over an hour at this point.
Oh,
I haven't
shit.
clocked the time properly.
Oops.
So we've had an interesting conversation, largely about Fanime, also about other things.
Drones. Doki Doki drone.
Drones. Doki Doki drone. Doki Doki demon drone. 2015. Thank everyone for watching. Thank you guys for being here, especially Kiara. You're a great.
Kiara. So sneaky.
So helpful.
So yes, good night and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.